The state of California has recently experienced their worst drought on record. Water resources became so depleted over the 6-year drought that several waterways disappeared altogether. Water resources became so scarce and expensive that many farmers had no choice but to abandon their crops. As water resources disappeared and crops died out, more and more people began to go hungry and food prices skyrocketed. How could we get more water? What if I told you things were so bad that wastewater was being used on these crops? Farmers near Bakersfield, California are using an average of 20 million gallons of water per day. How can we continue to have enough water for our agriculture? Wastewater may be our only option at this time. There are strict regulations that require all fracking companies to report all toxins that are being extracted. However, there are no regulations for toxins extracted during traditional oil extractions. Due to the lack of regulations regarding traditional oil extractions, these oil companies are able to tell farmers that the water is completely safe to use on their agriculture. These crops are being sold all over the place, and some of them are even being listed as organic produce. There have been reports of some livestock coming down with diseases, and livestock breeders believe that the contaminated water used in the food that they feed their livestock is responsible for these diseases. Skeptics are concerned for the health risks that this may have on humans as well. In 2016, the California Central Valley Water District ordered all oil companies to report all toxins being used. There were 173 different toxins reported in the wastewater for agriculture. 66 of these were listed as trade secret. What exactly is trade secret? No one knows, but it shouldn't be allowed to be accepted as a listed toxin. More research needs to be conducted on this topic. However, the toxins could be finding their way into the edible portion of these organic foods. So if you eat almonds, citrus, grapes, and other organic foods, you might find out in the near future that you've been consuming toxins. Do not think that you're safe if you live outside of the state of California. 8% of the nation's agriculture comes from the California Central Valley. Chevron Gas Company owns most of the oil fields where the wastewater is produced. The company claims that human safety and environmental protection is at the top of their core values. If the wastewater is in fact safe to be used on agriculture, it would be in the best interest for us to accept it. We need to be open-minded and accept all possible innovations for recycling water in a safe way, because if we don't start recycling water now, there might not be any water in the future to water any agricultural crops. Researchers are on the case. Coelho Water District has been monitoring the water and collecting samples both weekly and monthly to try to prevent and ensure that no dangerous contaminants are leaking into our produce. The fact that oil is being extracted in a traditional manner to use for the wastewater does not make the toxins any less toxic. It is up to us to stand together to find a solution and ensure our safety It starts with adaptive management planning. It starts with enforcing stricter regulations on oil companies. Together, we can make a change.